looking for something that's a bit different. And I've never seen an underdog prehistoric sports movie before. And the more I told people about it, the more I thought, oh, this has got legs.
I come from a family of really good sports people, and I'm like a useless sportsman, but I've always kind of dreamt of being in like a sports movie, and this is that.
Let's play football!
Nick has some totally unique, very affectionate handle on British life. We understand underdogs. Nick understands underdogs. And there's something about this plucky group of people doing their best to work together and win against the odds.
They may be better players than us, but we have something they don't. Huh? Each other.
Who's playing with Doug? For the Valley!
Been working on this at least for 5 years now. Since I started first kicking ideas around with Mark Burton, I started just riffing on ideas about sports. What about caveman inventing football?
A caveman?
A caveman?
From that, the story evolved. If a tribe of cavemen play football, who on earth are they going to play against?
We challenge the champions!
Really, the underlying theme of the film is, can you push yourself beyond your own expectations? And that's what the main character, Doug, does with his rather inept tribe.
Ow! Ah!
It's been an exciting challenge to create brand new characters.
This is Doug and Hognob. So these are really early concept sketches from Nick, and the characters will evolve over a period of time alongside the story as it's being written.
So what? Ah! Stefano! Not so ham-fisted.
There's all sorts of things that don't work, and then we go back to the drawing board, back to the writer and the script. And that process will carry on for, at least 2 years, really, before we even shoot a frame of animation.
We're having to make maybe about 300 puppets. For instance, Doug will have maybe about 16 of one character.
We're filming on many sets at the same time, so we tend to get multiples on all the characters.
It's like cool to see people still, creating with their hands and creating something really, really special. And watching it, there's all these little fingerprints and the hair moves slightly, and there's something really beautiful about that in this day when everything's clean and digital now.
Come on, Maisie. I feel like we're in some weird episode of some. We should be having like some. The whole of the studios, the Aardman Studios of Bristol, is like one gigantic playground. And the animators, when they're trying to work out how the characters would move, they go and they get dressed up and they just have a load of wigs and broomsticks for spears and ridiculous kind of caveman outfits.
We act things out, but we don't have the same physicality. So these suits we've been putting on for the last 2 years to sort of become the tribe with their massive tummies and their big arms.
That's my best dancing, Will.
So good.
Some of the stunts I'll give it a go myself. I haven't damaged myself much, but it's quite good fun.
Nick has a natural sweetness, and his characters are very self-deprecating. It's their ordinariness that makes them heroic in some way.
We've never even played this game.
But that's just it. We did. Once.
Doug, he's a can-do caveman. He reaches for things and doesn't think about the difficulties and the consequences. He may fall flat a few times, but he always ends up on his feet.
Quick hug now.
Voices are really important to us at Aardman, and Eddie was a fairly automatic choice.
I was one of these people that grew up with all of the stuff that Aardman did. So when I got a call saying that Nick, I think, was interested in me voicing Doug,
Wake up, everyone! Wake up!
I sort of insisted on a workshop day with Nick. So I was like, I don't want to, given I idolise him and the Aardman work so much, I didn't want to be the one that came along and screwed it up. So we had an amazing time playing around, and ever since then, it's been a joy.
Excellent. That was really good. Doug's got no confidence, but he's totally enthusiastic. And I love the way Eddie has this very unassuming demeanour to him.
The way that Nick works, the script is a movable feast. So you go in and you have maybe 5 or 6 sessions over a 2-year period. You've seen a little model of what Nick wanted Doug to be, but you kind of find the character with him, and Nick is in there in the booth with you. Maybe just one extra hobnob.
Yeah.
A hobnob meet Gunnar, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, it was just
So it's
opportune.
just slightly more surprising. It was such a relief that Nick Park voiced Hobnob, so in some ways we got to kind of play together a bit, which was great.
Are hogs supposed to play football?
No, probably not, no.
Sorry, Hobnob.
Doug needed someone to talk to, and so Hognob evolved. He's a very loyal pet. You can't help but compare him with Gromit. He does seem to have that foresight and that knowledge sometimes, because Doug sometimes is a bit hasty and a bit full triumphant, really.
Long live the Edge of Bronze.
He's like a hard-nosed capitalist, and he's found his niche exploiting sports.
To get Tom Hiddleston interested in the role was just amazing. I saw him on Graham Norton doing impressions, and he was just so good.
Turns out your tribe, we're totally crap at football. Wallace and Gromit was really central to my childhood in a funny way. They were so representative of a particular kind of British charm. You're losers, Kevman. Always have been. Always will be. I was so honored that he wanted me to be Lord Nuth. I've played villains before, but this is very different. He's just an idiot. Was it going a little bit German at the end there?
Oh, I didn't notice.
As soon as I saw the drawing of him with his, enormous trapezial chest and his small hands and his bald head, and I thought, wow, Nick's really seen my true self. And
You want us to hunt a 5-ton bone-crushing mammoth?
Yeah, why not?
It's really Chief Bobnar, Timothy Spall's character, that does the learning. He's the one that changes.
Hey, not bad for 32, eh? I never thought I'd say this, Doug, but we're pretty good.
Nick had worked with Tim before on Chicken Run, so it was really nice to reignite that relationship.
She's going all the way. She shoots, she scores, and the crowd goes wild.
Guna's always been an absolutely key character in the film. She's the one that's very instrumental in leading them to victory.
Oh, there's no way we could be such a great team.
They may be great, but what they're not is a team.
She has a kind of lovely fluidity and confidence in her movement that contrasts really nicely with the tribe, who are all a bit heavy and Stone Age and a bit simple of mind and of body.
Wow, you're pretty brave, Caveman. And stupid. More stupid than brave, really.
I loved getting Maisie for this role. Obviously, Maisie is so well known in Game of Thrones. She's very versatile as well with her voice and her accent.
Got you.
I wanted someone with a sort of Scandinavian sort of sound, and within minutes, really, he said, how about this? Exactly what I've been looking for.
You really are crazy. Why do you think I sneak in here? I have quite an aggressive tone in my voice, particularly if I pitch up. Then Nick's like, just make it a bit more lighthearted. And when they animate it, you become a happy little Guna character rather than like a furious Norwegian.
Should we go again from the top?
We've done nearly 400 hours of dialogue selecting on this film, which is Nick just sat in edit, listening to every single line, every take of that line, and making the perfect take.
I think our record on the number of takes of one line is 47.
He's a perfectionist, so you need stamina, because the man ain't gonna let you out that booth until he hears what he wants to hear. And sometimes you'll be on the floor crying, please let me out. I don't want to do funny voices anymore. I've made a terrible mistake. And then you'll give him what he wants.
That was great.
Early Man manages to hold on to the handmade quality that people associate with Aardman that I think makes it very special. But it also has this epic scope.
I think there's a level of spectacle that you get in this film. The size of the sets and the vastness of the world is something I haven't seen from him before.
Badlands, which has got the volcanic backgrounds in there. It's all lava red.
That's it! Everyone working together!
Doug's world is green and jolly and shafts of light in there.
The forest is intimate and actually really quite a British-looking forest, I must say.
What are you doing? Get out of the way!
The
story was a clash of cultures. You've got the simple tribe living in the valley, and there was something about their characters, their big round bodies, their heaviness, and there's this sort of weight to it all. And with the Bronze Age, they're the technocrats, they're the ones with the new technology. Bronze is their thing, and so they were slim and pointy and really overdoing the bronze.
Fire being a particularly strong element in this film, we had to have a way of making firelight flicker. So we came up with a very high-tech solution for the firelight, for example, which was jam jar, or a pickled egg jar in this case. Now, these we actually mount on a motor. This is computer-controlled, so its rotation can be actually repeated exactly each time. We shine a light through here, and as it rotates, we get a lovely flickering effect of firelight.
For this film, we've really sort of tried to push the world out as big as we can.
We're working with about 35 animators across 45 shooting units. We've got 5 studios, 162 crew on site here every day.
Get your cuddly caveman here before they go extinct.
Some big mob scenes, and we do those in CGI simply because it's a great toolkit. There's an awful lot you can do with it, and we'd be crazy just to kind of put it to one side and say, right, we're not touching CGI. But broadly, we're trying to shoot everything we can in camera, which gives it that lovely classic Aardman feel.
Now, come on, everyone. Let's show them what we've got.
I've always had this vision that it's going to be like Gladiator. It's going to be that exciting, and I want it to be very visceral and fast and furious.
The stadium needed to be enormous. You count how many CG characters are in it. I think it's about 25,000 characters would fit in it.
Ha! Let's get this done.
Keep kicking myself for having chosen football. That means I've always got to have 22 players in each scene and thousands of people in the crowd. But I've got a fantastic bunch of animators, and they've really risen to the challenge and done things I didn't think were possible.
She shoots! She scores!
I can now just trump all of my brothers who are these great footballers, and I'm like, yeah, just go and look at my scissor kick. It's on film. It's in Play-Doh. Check it out.
We have Harry Gregson Williams and Tom Howe, who are co-composing the score for the film, which is great.
One of the most important things he was in for was the main character of Doug. To have some emotional theme and something to bring him out as the heroic character that he ends up being.
It's actually vital with these Aardman films is to try and find the balance between, the action sequences and the lighter moments. Nick was very good with when we would write cues. Depending on how high he jumped on the couch when he was listening, we'd have to judge how much he actually liked a cue. But if he bounced really high, we knew we were in business.
Goody. Seems there is a game after all.
It looks like the Stone Age team have just flown in.
The anticipation for an Aardman film is so rare, and when they come, they always hit something in you that's so unique.
Coming hunting today?
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
The highest compliment I can give it is it's so silly, and I think there is such delight in the silliness that he's chasing. Whether it's a physical comedy or the delivery of a line.
Sweet!
Nick really wants it to be the sweetest, purest form of silliness.
Bit early, isn't it, Doug?
But Chief, we're early man.
It's automatic in the company that everyone does absolutely the very best they can, and they do it with love and they do it with passion. And that when the audience sees it, all that love that's gone into it and all that honesty and lack of cynicism is there on the screen, I think.
If our ancestors did it, so can we.
I often find Nick sitting in editorial giggling along to the story reel that he has seen numerous times, and it's still making him laugh. Well, I think that's fantastic.